Bit soggy today. I think I might need a boat to get home. What's up, Matt from Urchfab. It's going to be part 27 on the Mongrel build. Wasn't planning on working today, but the weather's so bad and there's plenty of jobs to get done, so now I'll probably have to swim home. I got the other side of the arch folded. Had some really good ideas in the comments about ways of doing this. One of my favourite ones, which I'm going to actually use, was to get a piece of like round stock, like 15mm or something, cut a 10mm deep slot in it, and then you can just use that to sort of work your way along, get your edge going. And another idea was I could have used the joggling tool to joggle it to give me a line, and then that would have literally given me an indentation to stick the dolly up against and then hammer it up from there. So cheers for those ideas. That was really good ideas. On this side, the tub is a little bit different at the back, but I wanted the actual arch shape to be exactly the same. So I just marked this line across the top, and then took a template off of the that side and just transferred it over onto this side. Cut it out, and then I know they're exactly the same. Almost. I've got my shop sorted on my website, where you can buy some hoodies and t-shirts. So I got some different colours on there just in time for Christmas, although can't guarantee you'll actually get them for Christmas. You might if you're in the UK. Anywhere else, possibly not. But it's all on there anyway. Also, if anyone has contacted me through my contact page on my website, everything from that email was going straight into my junk folders. I'm not sure why. So if you've contacted me through there and not got a reply, that's why. I've managed to get back like the last 30 days of emails, so I'll be able to look through them. But anything before that is gone. So if you were trying to contact me for some reason, then yeah, if you resend it through that, then it will get to me this time. But jobs for today are going to be a little bit boring, not doing any fabrication work. I need to strip down all the parts that I've got, which are going to be used for the car. So I've got the front subframe left to strip down. I've got to get the rest of these shafts and brakes apart for the back. And I need to see what's salvageable, what's not, and then there's going to be bits that need to go off to the blasters with the car. The car was going to get blasted yesterday, but I'm still waiting to be paid for work, which is just one of the many joys of being self-employed. You never really know when your paydays are exactly, so but yeah, I need to strip everything down and then just lay everything out, work out what I can use, what I can't use, make a list of all the bits I need to get hold of, and then get a big pile of everything that needs to be blasted. So first thing I'm going to do is strip down this subframe, and if it goes like the rear one did, then it's going to be a massive pain in the ass. If you're hoping for some fab work, you might want to skip this one. But yeah, it's all part of the process, so let's get cracking with that. Little tip, when you have got rusty stuff, is if you can get the end of the bolt that's visible as clean as possible, when you do actually break it loose, you're not then backing the nut onto a load of dirt and rust, and then it'll like jam up again as it's coming off even further. Oh, Jesus. I just broke my ratchet. Snap. So that's how this thing's going to go, start to finish. Piece of shit. So what's happened here is this bolt's jammed inside the sleeve is spinning inside the bush, and this is just completely jammed. Rusty shit. This is the reality of like trying to build stuff with no budget. You're just working with old shit, and you just make yourself a million times more work. Getting worse. We got waves here. If I had a surfboard, I could surf that. I gotta get out through there. Alright, so this is going about as well as expected. This shaft is now fucked. I got one out. That one just slid out. Didn't even like little tap of the hammer and just slid out. This is completely seized in solid. Luckily I do have a spare pair of these, so I'm just hoping that the other one comes out. Yeah, this is where we're at. I got these stripped down, so these will get blasted. That's why I'll just put a little collar over there and do it up so that this doesn't get blasted. I'm actually going to modify these to give a bit more steering lock and a bit quicker steering. That's the other hub off the back, which obviously needs cleaning up. These are the bolts which are salvageable, I think. I mean, they're all pretty much junk. Brakes, questionable. The backs probably seem a bit better than the fronts, but they all need fully rebuilding. Rack looks alright. I may swap it back to a manual steering rack. I'm not a big fan of power steering on little light cars, especially track cars. I'm used to driving these with like a quick rack in it, and really heavy on the steering, but you get a better feel. Front cross member. This is probably the best bit of all of it. And then got the diff, obviously keeping that's damaged, but shouldn't be an issue. And then all this is just scrap. None of it's any good. None of the suspension arms, any of it, all junk. Up here I've got some other bits. So this stuff, which just sort of bolts on underneath, and the anti-roll bar. So I'll get those blasted. Not sure where the anti-roll bar for the back is. That's probably still stuck on the subframe. Alright, so that was 3 or 4 hours of pure misery. And I got some advice for you if you are planning on taking on something similar, which I know a few of you are. And that is to just start with something decent. You know, what I've actually got salvageable from all of the running gear is very little. So to replace everything I need, it's going to cost a lot of money. So what I should have done was gone and bought an MX5 that already had some decent suspension on it. Someone had already done all the arms on it. Same deal with the 100E. You know, I wanted to just save one of these old relics out of this field, but in reality, I've just made myself a huge amount of work. I should have bought one that was usable, and if I'd done that, if I bought a 100E that was in decent shape and an MX5 that had been looked after, you know, this would probably be finished by now. It's easy to look at stuff with like rose-tinted glasses and think that you're getting a good deal, but you know, generally if something's cheap, it's because it's shit, and if something's free, it's because it doesn't have much value. So, but yeah, it's another step forward, so it's not all doom and gloom. I just thought I would film it because it is just all part of the process of doing this sort of stuff. I think, you know, you watch TV shows where they build these cars in like a week, and it all just falls together easy, and then they drive it off down the road. I think it gives people a false idea of, you know, the reality of building cars, which is something that's just very challenging mentally and takes a lot of willpower. So yeah, all I've got to do now, write a big list of everything I need to buy, and then I know where I'm at with everything. Main goal is just to get all the fab work and everything done on the shell, and you know, this will all be done at a later date, but I just wanted to know where I was at with it all, what I needed. So if some cheap parts come up, I can grab them if I need to. But yeah, that is it for this one. Go check out the new merch on the website. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.